Welcome to the HMG Executive Leadership Spotlight. Here's our host, Hunter Muller.
Welcome to the HMG Spotlight Global Leadership Recognition Institute program today. I'm here with Bhavin Shah, the founder and CEO of Moveworks. Bhavin is a top pick of mine for 2023, recognized as the CEO of the Year recipient. Bhavin, great to have you here today, and congratulations on this nomination. Amazing career, and I've tracked you now for over 6 years. Congratulations on the amazing success at Moveworks, well-founded and well-deserved. Talk to us about your leadership style and your success.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Hunter, for the nomination, and thank you for having me today. I've been very fortunate over the years to have found, one, something I love to do, and two, to be able to do it with great people and a great team. And, I think that, when you talk about the 6 years we've been building Moveworks, that's only part of the story. I was a CEO before this of another startup and, cut my teeth in my first company, learning how to sort of build a company from scratch. So there's been a long journey to get here, but one that really has been characterized by a few things. I'd say the first thing is long-term mindset. I've effectively had 4 different jobs in my life. And, I'm now 25 years into my career, and I've learned a ton over this period. But one thing I do know is that it does take a long time to have impact. It does take a long time to create change. We are in this very fast-moving economy where people sometimes expect to see results in a matter of years in their career. But when it comes to people and our ability to create institutions like I'm doing with Moveworks, it takes much longer. Now, our technology, of course, runs at the speed of light, and technology should be able to solve problems that we have as society very, very quickly. But I've always looked at any problem that I'm tackling is something that will take me years and decades to get good at. One CEO who I respect tremendously told me very bluntly that he's like, you haven't accomplished anything until you've been CEO for 7 years. So I have one more year before I can go back to him and, talk about the journey that has transpired here, especially at Moveworks. But more than that, he said, and then the next 7 years, you'll have a chance at actually changing how the world works and how the world does something that you want to impact. And you can see that play out in all the great companies, whether it's an Apple or a Tesla or NVIDIA, what have you. These journeys are much longer than they look. And I think if there's any principle that I keep very close to all of my decisions is how do we make the right decision for the long-term goals that we have. We always try and play the long game. I know sometimes in the world of fundraising and valuations and everyone's trying to kind of, get the next quick win to ratchet up. But I think we've been able to stay fairly grounded with our long-term mindset.
Great stuff, Bhavin. What was your initial vision for Moveworks, and how's it evolved over the 6 or 7 years that you've been on this journey?
Yeah, it's a great question. So, I think when we founded the company, this goes back to 2016, we believed at that time that no employee should have to wait to get help. And it wasn't a popular conversation, if you think about it. What drove us to think about this was the fact that there was this new platform that people were using for internal collaboration called Slack. And we started to see how powerful Slack was. Little did we know Microsoft was building their own version with Microsoft Teams, and that came out a year later. And we started to see that the world was changing and evolving. Internal email was slowing down, and collaboration tools were picking up. And knowing that people were spending hundreds of hours a month in these tools, talking to one another, getting work done, we said this would be the perfect venue in which to give people instant support. Then, of course, COVID happened. And when everyone went to working remotely, working from anywhere, everywhere, the expectations started to change. And I think as leaders, what we've learned is that, It's no longer just providing certain tools that is your job, but actually making sure it's a seamless employee experience. And so what we started to see was that there was a greater need for this, a need for every employee to get access to IT systems, to get troubleshooting help, to get questions answered, to get unlocked, all of these different tasks that would slow down their world, would slow down their ability to do the main job that they have, right? If you can't get access to Project Jupyter, well then, and that's a folder, well, you're going to get stuck until you get access to it to be able to look at whatever files you want to. So as we journeyed through this, what we found is that our thesis was correct at the onset, but it has expanded dramatically. And that is because people are expecting more today. I think there's three main things you'll find from employees. They're looking for simplicity in their workplace. They want to know where to go if they need help, and how to get that help, and what to do, and how to best make sure it comes fast. Then they also want flexibility. They want to work from anywhere at any time in any language. And so they want their companies to match that and be able to be there when they need it. And then they want things to happen instant. We live in the era of instant with DoorDash and Uber. We expect everything to go really fast. And so now that we have these set of expectations, we're finding ourselves at the forefront of more than just an IT question, more than just an HR question. People want more information from their employer. They want to get the status of something in finance, maybe a PO, maybe find out the status of an expense report. They want more and more information through this means that we've created, which is conversational AI. And I think that is really, if there's anything, it wasn't that it changed, it just vastly expanded over the course of the last few years for us.
What a compelling story and vision. What is it about Moveworks that truly makes you folks unique, truly makes your team and your unique go-to-market unique?
Yeah, I think we approach this space very differently up front. I studied a lot of enterprise SaaS companies before founding Moveworks. And while SaaS was and continues to be one of the best areas of to build a company, where there's a ton of innovation happening, where there's a lot of market willingness and readiness to take your ideas and make them come alive. What we found was that a lot of these companies still thought of their job as producing a tool, an IT widget platform that you'd serve in the cloud with 5 nines of uptime and make sure the customer has access to it. We wanted to build something different because we'd seen a lot of chatbot companies and conversational AI companies promise the world, but we couldn't see them actually having an impact. We go inside these organizations and say, hey, so you have this, who's using it? Well, I don't know. And you'd ask employees, so what do you think of this? I don't know, I've never used it. And so we said, well, look, hold on, something's wrong here. There's a lot of promise being sold, but not a lot of actual usage. So what we said was, look, we want to be a modern SaaS company, and we want to deliver not just the tool, but the whole service. And we discovered that when you get into the depths of natural language understanding and processing, this language that you have to understand requires 24/7 operationalization. You can't just build a model, train it, and then put it out there and expect it to understand what employees are saying or what they mean by what they say. You actually have to collectively learn across companies. You have to measure model performance with annotation. You have to have training sets. You have to measure drift and overfitting. And if you do all of that, it turns out that you can actually deliver an increasingly improving experience with conversational AI that gets leveraged across the entire network of customers. So we're unique in that we have this, ability to learn and deliver continuously to our customers. And then two other points, which I think are go back to what I was saying earlier. Usage matters. And today we have about 4 million conversations on our bot every week. That's a lot. We're learning at scale. Very few people have seen this kind of volume. You look at our AWS bill and cloud bills, it's pretty high because there's a lot of demand. But that's helping us learn. And then last but not least, I've been very fortunate to have the support of the investors that we've had come along the way. And these investors have allowed us to be capitalized at some of the highest levels in the industry. We spent $110 million of R&D to build what we have today, and $48 million of R&D just this year alone on top of that. So if you think about what's unique, well, we're outbuilding, outspending, outlearning faster than I think anyone who's ever stepped into this category. And that's really giving our customers a really unique advantage of being able to innovate quickly.
Great stuff, Bob. And I'm thrilled to recognize you in the 2023 Global Leadership Recognition Program as a CEO of the Year. What does it mean for you, and what do you think about when getting this kind of recognition?
I think that, we have, I've been fortunate to surround myself with people who are very, very talented. And this recognition for me is really just a reflection of the work that this entire company is doing. I think you can go to Glassdoor, you can go to many places and learn about what it's like to work here. It makes a job for someone like myself much easier. There's a strong culture here of ambition, of success. And I think that is really what you're recognizing. You're recognizing a team that has the grit, that has the hustle, that has the drive to become a significant player, a company that can create demonstrable impact around the world. And so folks like myself are really just representatives of this larger phenomenon that, sure, we may have given birth to, but much like having kids, at some point, they are their own agent and they have agency. Culture is nothing more than the sum of everyone's actions every day. And when I see this team and the way that they act, the way they handle themselves, the way they talk to customers, the way they deal with difficult problems, easy problems, the way they celebrate wins, but also are humble at the same time, it all feels really good. It feels right on the nose, right on the mark of what we want to be. And as we grow and scale and double, triple the company over the coming years, I hope that more and more of their work gets recognized by folks like yourself, but also by the industry as we continue to kind of change how employees can get support around the world.
Hey, Bob, and congratulations. Thanks so much for being here with us today, and looking forward to seeing you again soon at an upcoming summit or in the Valley or another city.
Thank you, Hunter.
For more information, please visit hmgstrategy.com and keep up to date by following us on our social media platforms. Thank you.